Hi, everybody. Eileen Johnson here. Nice to see all of you today. In case you've never watched any of these presentations that I've done and you don't know who I am Eileen Johnson, and I am a career strategist to high-achieving, badass corporate women. Women who are looking to upgrade their careers so that they can elevate their lives. So yesterday, I shared with you the #1 silent career crusher, which is your confidence. And I talked about how your ability to do a lot of things at work at a pretty high level of confidence, not confidence, competence, is actually the #1 thing that's crushing you and your career and your happiness at work. And I also talked about how the best way to break through and break out of that cycle is to get clear on your zone of genius. So today we're going to look at how you actually do that. But before we jump into the content, I always like to see if we've got any first-time watchers here. Hi, Nicole. It's nice to see you. We've got some people joining us. Let me know who's here, where you're joining us from. If you're a first-time watcher, let me know that. I always like to welcome new people. And if you've been here before, let me know that too. Okay, so let's get started. So if you're going to recall from the last session that we did, I described your zone of genius as the place where the things that you love to do meets up with the things that you're awesome at. That is your zone of genius. So today I'm going to share with you a little exercise of how you can get really clear and hone in on what that zone of genius is for you. So my process today and my plan is that I'm going to walk you through how you do this exercise. And at the end of the session today, I'm going to give you a link so that you can actually go and download a worksheet that will help you walk through this process as well. So I'm going to call this the work activity tracker, just for ease. And I want you to think about this as something similar sort of to what you would do if you were on a diet and you were tracking everything that you eat. This is basically going to be the same idea, but instead of tracking what you're eating, obviously that's not my area of expertise. Instead, what you're going to be tracking is what you are doing at work throughout the day. So what you're going to do is as you move through your day, you are going to write down what it is that you are doing. And when you do this, I want you to be really specific. So I don't want you to say that you just went to a meeting. I want you to say you went to a meeting that you were the leader of, or you went to a meeting that you were an active contributor in, or that you went to a meeting that you actually had absolutely no involvement in. I want you to get to that level of specificity. Can't even say that word. I probably shouldn't use it if I can't say it. Does that make sense? So here's another example. If you're responding to emails, let's say you spent 15 minutes and you were responding to emails that were purely administrative in nature. Okay, you write that down. Or did you spend 30 minutes crafting an email explaining your strategic plan for a project? Try to be as specific as you can be, because the more specific you get with the details of what you are actually doing, the better this exercise is going to be for you. And so, that can include what it was you were doing, who it was you were interacting with or not interacting with. Were you working with technology? Were you not? Like really kind of getting clear on that for yourself. Then once you've recorded what the actual activity is, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to rate your level of enjoyment, or I kind of use a couple of other terms for this, satisfaction, fulfillment, one of those words, whichever one resonates most with you. You're going to record on a scale of 0 to 10 your level of enjoyment in that activity. So 0 is going to be that you don't enjoy it at all or you don't find it satisfying at all. And 10 is going to be it's something that you completely love. It's totally satisfying, totally enjoyable. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to rate how skilled you are at that activity. So again, on that scale of 0 to 10, 0 being you're not skilled at all at doing what it was that you were doing, 5 being I'm pretty good at it, and 10 being I'm amazing at this, I'm an expert. And then the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to record how long you spent doing that activity. Was it 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 2 hours? How long were you doing that activity? And then to bring this all together, what you're going to do is I'm going to provide you with a chart. And you are going to chart your results on an XY axis of your level of enjoyment and your skill level, or those might be flip-flopped, I can't remember, so that you have plotted points on your graph. And once you've charted all of that, what you're really going to want to do is you're going to want to pay attention to the upper right-hand corner or quadrant of the chart. That area in particular, especially the ones that fall kind of closer to the corner of that quadrant, are likely to be the activities that fall into your zone of genius, things that put you in the zone at work. So you've got everything charted out. You see which ones are falling up in that upper right-hand corner. Once you've identified what those activities are, I want you then to go back to your list, and I want you to circle or highlight or whatever it is that you want to do, the activities that have fallen up in that upper right-hand corner. And I want you to see how much time, that's why we recorded how much time you're spending, how much time are you spending doing those activities during an average day? And if it's less than 80% of the time, that gives you a really good indication that you might not be happy, of why you might not be happy in your current career. So if that is the case for you, if you do find that you're maybe only spending 10, 20% doing things that fall into that upper right-hand corner of your zone, then think about, are there ways that you can increase the time you spend doing those activities in your current role? Or, see if there's things that are actually taking up a ton of your time that could maybe be delegated to someone else so that you can free up more of your time to do some of those activities that fall more into your zone. And then, lastly, if your current work is really feeling totally misaligned with the work that falls into your zone, maybe it's time to spend a little bit of time for you thinking about opportunities that might exist out in the greater world that would allow you to spend more of your time in that zone, doing the work that you love to do and that you're awesome at. So I'm going to put a link into the chat box right now. Get everything to agree with me. Yep. So I just put a link into the chat box, which is going to allow you to download that guide that I was telling you about. Oh, wait, it's not showing up as the right thing. I'm going to make sure that that's the right thing. And if it's not, I will put in the right thing for you. So just check out the comments box. I will hopefully, if you're watching the replay, I'll have the right thing in there, where you're going to be able to download a worksheet that's going to walk you through everything that I just talked about today. So, as you work through this and as you practice this exercise, I'd really love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your feedback, and you're welcome to pop in here and type them into the comments box, even, if it's even though this replay, or I'm sorry, the live feed will be over, I will still see those come up and I'd be happy to respond to them. Or else you're welcome to just email me at Eileen, E-I-L-E-E-N, at eileenjohnsoncoaching.com. Okay, that's it for today. I'm Eileen Johnson with Eileen Johnson Coaching, helping corporate women transform their careers so they can elevate their lives. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.